What a week, eh? Charlie Kirk. Holy! Was not expecting to see that footage. Yeah, off the bat, eh? Shot bro right in the fucking throat. And there's been lots of chat about it too, like, pretty much the main chat I'm hearing is everyone's like, well, you know, agree or disagree with whatever he had to say. You know, no one wanted that guy to be murdered or assassinated. And fair go, like, really makes you think about freedom of speech, eh? I mean, not just in the States, kind of around the world, but yeah, damn, like, bro speaking his opinion and getting murdered for it. And what do we think? What's the consensus? Was it the government? Don't know. Who's to say? And that's not the only crazy shit that happened this week. Did you hear about Nepal? Did you hear about that, Bradley?
I heard everything about it.
Nepal, bro. They fucking overthrew their government over the weekend.
All Gen Z too.
Yeah. And not just did they overthrow the government, they had these motherfuckers escaping via, like, ropes hanging off a helicopter. And then all the people came together and tidied up all the mess they made. And they got all the looters and got them to return all the shit that they stole. That's efficient. Yeah, apparently they had a ban on all social media, pretty much all social media, I think 20 plus different platforms. And they started a group chat on Discord. What else? Another country, can't recall which one, they've elected an AI minister. Shit's getting fucking crazy out there.
Wait, AI minister?
An AI minister, Bradley. I'll repeat that. An AI minister.
Cyberpunk times come.
Yes. Yeah, we're living in the motherfucking future. Yeah, it's all pretty crazy. And I'll admit, you know, the more of this news I've been seeing, I get like a little shiver up my spine, eh? Like, we're living in the dystopian future that has been prophesized for decades now. All of these sci-fi writers and fucking people have been saying it for a long time, you know, the future will be a dystopia, and we're living right in the midst of it. And I don't know what the fuck's going to come next, but man, people have had enough. Even in Auckland today, there was all protests, people filling the streets. The streets of London have been filled with their protests. In every country, it seems like the people are taking back the power. And that's good. And, you know, don't take that the wrong... You fucking take it however you want, I guess. But it's a good thing, you know? Because when you really get down to it... Alright, I'm gonna change pace for a second. But if you've been watching, then you know that I do this. I was watching a clip of Kanye on the Joe Rogan Experience recently. This was from years ago. And he had a question. He was like, how much does the earth cost? And it kind of got me thinking, like, who owns the earth, if anyone? And can someone own the earth? And what would logically make sense is that whoever is above government holds the bulk of the wealth, and in theory, I guess, owns the earth. And that's not to say owning all the resources, but having the bulk of the money definitely is a step in the correct direction, you know, toward like complete domination. And then to go even further than that, you know, like looking at old Elon Musk and all his business ventures. That motherfucker's done with Earth. Like, he's looking toward a full-scale Mars invasion. Making all these robots, digging fucking tunnels, you know, electric cars, all of it. All of it seems to revolve around, like, inhabiting Mars. It's crazy shit, man. I worry for my kids. Like, what the fuck kind of planet are they gonna have? Anyway, whatever. It's all about doom and gloom, eh? What's new with you? Hope something good. Hope you had some nice things happen in the week. I started off last week's podcast talking about a confrontation I had. And I resolved that over the weekend. And I've been having a bit more of that lately in my life. Like, anytime something comes up, just having the uncomfortable conversation that needs to be had and resolving it, you know. You can't live having unresolved shit in your life, you know. Like, all that's going to do is drag you down. And whether it's with someone or within yourself, like, if you got that shit going on, you know, harboring those unsavory thoughts within yourself, it's only hurting you, you know. And sometimes it's really worth hitting up someone, you know, if they've wronged you, if they've called you out on something, if they've A, B, C, or D, whatever. If you need to say some shit to someone, fucking say it. Like, you could die at any moment. And the way the world's going at the moment, like, there's never been a truer sentiment. Like, life's really short, you know. Say the shit that you gotta say. And do the thing you're gonna do. And, it's definitely got me thinking about things and going forward. So, about 20 minutes ago, just got home from meeting up with a couple of lads who want to start a band. I haven't been in a band in about 13 years. And, it's pretty cool. It's pretty exciting. A bit exciting. So, we'll see where that goes. We're going to have a band practice in a couple of weeks. And these lads both go to music school. I do not. I felt old as fuck. I went to their university campus, and it tripped me out because I was able to just walk through the doors. And I even said that. I was like, security is not an issue here, eh? Like I just walked into this building, and no one said fucking nothing to me. Isn't that weird? Is it weird that you can just walk into a school? I don't know. It wasn't like a high school, you know, it was a university campus, but still. I feel like I shouldn't have been able to just rock up like that. But whatever. Who am I to judge? I was supposed to have a guest tonight. I feel like that's a running theme. I was supposed to have a guest, but they bailed. That's okay, though. That's teething issues. That's to be expected. Because quando, doing a project like this, me being just an average sort of guy and trying to get just average people that I know, I'll take a sidestep and I'll say not average people, because everyone I know is excellent, but I guess not famous people, no one of high acclaim or notoriety, you know, in the public eye. These are just salt of the earth people. And there are nerves there, you know? Like, not everyone is built to be in front of a camera, or I don't know. You know what the fuck I'm saying? Yeah, maybe you don't. Whatever. But the point I'm getting to is, it is to be expected that you get a few failures. It's like a failure and a bail in one. But I was just talking with Bradley before, and Bradley is going to be our guest next week. So you all are finally going to get to meet the man, the myth, the legend, Big Brad. So that'll be cool. Hey, Bradley.
Oh, yes.
Oh yes, and you can bet your bottom dollar there's gonna be some rugby chats and maybe some other chats. I just knew it. I just knew it in my bones. What else? I got 2 projects on the go at work that aren't related to my work. I'm making mirrors. How to describe? I'm making useless mirrors, essentially. I'm making 2 mirrors that you can't look at yourself in. And I'm really excited to show you the results of that once they're finished. But one of them, I kind of got the inspiration from those infinity tables. Do you ever see an infinity table? The premise is you have a mirror at the base, you got some shit going around the border, something interesting to look at, and then you have a reflective surface at the top. And those 2 mirrors reflecting off of each other create an endless kind of vortex. And that's basically what I'm doing with this project, except the mirrors don't face outward. They create a kind of valley. So essentially they're reflecting off of themselves, but not quite. There's no way to describe it really without seeing it. I'll finish it and I'll I don't know. You'll see it at some point. Or you won't. And whatever. But the goal is I would like to at some point next year hold a gallery. Open an art gallery, or not open an art gallery, have a, I don't know, leave a comment. I'm not using these words correctly. What do you call it when you're presenting your artwork in a gallery, but it's not your gallery? Drop a comment, let me know. But that's what I want to do next year. And I think I've just about got enough art to do that. But these mirrored pieces are really going to be the pièce de résistance, the cherry on top, you know. What else? They didn't have any Dr. Pepper at the shop. They just had this fucking Dr. Pepper creaming soda bullshit. I feel like there needs to be more of a market for Dr. Pepper in this country. Cool. Who else is fed up with our current government? Damn, I'm not hearing nothing good about these cunts. That bald-headed fuck who is leading our lovely country into the mud. Jeez, what an incompetent loser. He's really just out of touch is what I'm hearing most and seeing most. And it really shows, doesn't it? This guy fucking spending all of our hard-earned tax dollars while most of us are struggling to get along, you know? Just getting the bare basics.
You seen that TikTok of him on top of that mountain being pavlova?
Yes. Do you know how much that video costs to make? $47,000. That's someone's yearly wage.
Just for 1 60-second TikTok.
Yeah, for our Prime Minister to be on a mountain and eat pavlova. So, how cool. How fucking cool.
As much as making a TV series nowadays.
Yes.
He's making a
Oh, speaking of making a TV series, actually, no, not speaking of it, but this has just made me think of this. The new iPhone is coming out soon, and they reckon that the camera quality is beyond cinema quality. And you can get a gimbal of sorts to go along with this new iPhone that essentially gives you a film studio. And that, plus wherever AI is going, that's It's interesting, eh? It's going to be interesting to see where the film industry goes in the next few years. And yeah, I guess what will become of that? Like, I've said it for a little while now. I feel like Hollywood's definitely on its last legs. People are just over it, you know? Like, these massive, ridiculously high budget productions that are tanking. Like, how are you going to spend $300 million on some bullshit? How does that work? How you spend all that fucking money on making a movie that sucks? Crazy. I feel like you could have not even a fraction of that and make something epic, just with the right concepts, you know. I think that's why A24 are doing it right at the moment, you know. As a production company, they market correctly, they pick the right genres, and they back the right horses, essentially. Every A24 film I've seen recently has been great. And these big fucking conglomerate, you know, corporate companies that are just playing it safe, playing it woke. Real talk, man, no one wants to fucking see that shit. Like, and it's just so, like, in your face, too. Like, every film you see nowadays, like, almost as like a rite of passage, you know, has to have a leading black character, has to have a gay couple, and like no shade on that, you know, but sometimes it's unnecessary, you know, like if you have a period piece and you've got like a black aristocracy, like historically that's not how it went, you know.
They tried to hire a black Superman one time.
They tried to have a black Superman. That'd be dope. That would be dope. They did that. That was called Hancock, wasn't it? The old Will Smith. Yeah, Will Smith. Man, that was crazy a few weeks ago, eh? He put that video out and the whole... it was him playing a gig and the whole audience was AI. Did you see that one?
Apparently it was, yeah. I mean, it was definitely... Apparently what happened was that they just wanted them to look more lifelike, so they just enhanced the video. They didn't add any AI, apparently.
I don't believe it, because some of the faces in that crowd looked fucked up. They look like the shit from your nightmares.
He had a whole crowd celebrating too. I don't know why he needed to use that.
Someone had a sign in his audience saying like, your song like cured my cancer or some bullshit. Like, what the fuck? That's not right, eh? That's not right. Yeah, he's wrong for that.
I'm just glad people hate the fact they're using AI to make crowds like that.
Yeah.
They're hating that. Because there's still people out there who do not like that at all. And I'm one of them.
Yeah, no, it's not the goods, eh? But like going back to that AI chat, it's interesting where it's going. So OpenAI are they're currently making a feature-length film using 100% AI, and it's going to be debuted at the Cannes Film Festival, and that's going to be really interesting to see because I think that, you know, I guess presenting a completely AI-made film is really going to show the industry, like, one, where this is all going, and two, whether or not they should be afraid, you know, going forward. And especially, and I made a TikTok about this a little while ago, but man, a lot of the acting nowadays is really bad. You can tell that they're acting. You're just watching A guy pretending to be a guy talking to a girl pretending to be a girl. Or some bullshit. And that's crazy. Like, can you imagine that as a job? Like, you go out to site, you get all made up and dressed up, and then you have to spend a whole day pretending to be someone else. I think that seems crazy to me because if someone wasn't doing that for a job and they were doing that in real life, like waking up, getting all made up, and then spending their day pretending to be something they're not, you'd be like, that's a crazy person. But because they're behind the, because they're on a camera and then in this, this next big fucking Marvel bullshit or whatever, could be anything, people lose their minds. They go crazy. Can I have your autograph? Ah! But that's insanity, eh? Like choosing a profession like that where you're actively pretending, you're a pretender.
They make good money off of that.
They do. They make more money than fucking anyone. I don't know. Is it crazy? I don't know. It's really hard to say.
I mean, I'd say yes if I was getting paid like tens of thousands of dollars to be someone else for like a few months. I would do that.
So, Robert Downey Jr., who famously played Iron Man, he got paid like $100 million for, I think, maybe Endgame? $100 million. And yeah, like, whatever, you can say, like, well, it's not a billion or blah, 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 or whatever. Like, fuck you. $100 million is more money than any one person would ever need for their entire lifetime. Even in this bullshit climate where, no one can afford anything, and think of how much butter he could buy for $100 million. He'd have all the butter. What would you do with $100 million? Leave a comment. Or don't, whatever.
That'd be the title. What would you do for $100 million?
Yeah, go on, Bradley. I like that. What would you do for $100 million? What would you do for $100 million? Oh, yeah, that is good, eh? What would you do? What would you do for $100 million, Bradley?
Well, definitely nothing criminal, that's for sure.
Nothing criminal?
Like,
I don't know, eh? I could be tempted to be a criminal for $100 million.
do like my worst fear and like the worst dangerous place possible for $100 million.
How many dicks would you suck for $100 million?
For $100 million. I kind of have to answer that, don't I? That's $100 million.
It's a lot of money.
Do I have to go to Bonnie Blue style?
Yeah.
She's probably getting paid that much as well.
She is not, Bonnie Blue's not making $100 million. She's just getting syphilis and dying a slow death.
That's where mine's going to the medical side.
Yeah. The medical bills. Yeah. Fuck, yeah, the degradation. That's what I wonder about these OnlyFans girls, eh? Like, alright, whatever. They're making bank. Good for you, you never have to work a normal job again. But at what cost, Like, you really want pictures of your teke and tits all over the internet? Like, just being fucking, just having a train run on you? Like, ain't no way. Even for $100 million, I would not let a bunch of dudes run a train on me. Ain't no way that's ever happening. Even for $1 billion, eh? Like, I just feel like my dignity's worth more than that.
Imagine one big question. Hey, how'd you get so rich?
I let 40 dudes run a train on me. That's how I made my millions. Yeah. That's rough, eh? Yeah, it would be. I'd be interested to have an OnlyFans person come on here, male or female, I don't care, but just interested to know, like, is the money worth it? Maybe for them it is. I don't know. I know that there's a local girl who does OnlyFans, and she got a husband, and more so than like how it affects her, I'd be interested to know how it affects her husband, because man, like, it's one thing like for yourself, putting yourself out there like that, but then like having your missus doing that, and then not being involved. I don't know.
I got an idea.
Yes.
Just say you're single.
Just say you're single.
Say you're single and you won't know it.
Well, someone will know. Yeah. It's all a lot, isn't it? And then, yeah. Yeah, where the fuck's the world going? What are we up to? I don't know. But I think there's never been a better time to drop whatever the fuck you're doing and find something to be passionate about, you know? If you're working some dead-end bullshit job, just remember, the world could fucking end tomorrow because there's a bunch of crazy cunts running the planet. And there's big fat sausage fingers hovering above the nukes. Like, I feel like we're relatively safe down here, but still, the chances of this turning into some kind of Darwinistic wet dream, you know, like, it's all possible. I have dreams about that, you know, like just waking up and the world's in complete disarray and literally having to just kill cunts just to survive, like. And I ain't built like that, you know. I don't want to have beef with no one. I don't want to fight, and I definitely don't want to kill no one. But if it's you and me, and you're trying to kill me, I'll tell you right now, like, yeah, like, it's on. It's a fight to the death, because I ain't letting that happen. But what I'm saying is I don't want that to happen. And surely there's a better answer. But, yeah, back to what I was saying in the beginning, you know. I think it's a good thing. The people are rising. The equilibrium has been upset. And that is how you bring forth a change, you know. A new world order. And that kind of seems to be exactly what we need. Because, you know, it's a fucking genocide. This government's dismantling. It's that fucking retard running America. Like, it's all bad. Yet somehow, like, all of our own personal bullshit's still important. I don't know, it's whack, isn't it? It's whack because we know too much. Like, but we also don't know anything. Like, people don't even know if Epstein killed himself, you know? And that's just, like, scratching the surface. Like, there's so much shit going on. What the fuck? I don't know. But, we'll find the answers probably when we fucking die. And maybe, have our, like, third eye chakra opened and, you know, I don't know. I don't know anything, okay? And you don't either. But if you do, tell me some shit. Because there's just more and more questions mounting by the day. And the main one is, what the fuck's going on? Well, yeah. What the fuck's going on? I don't know. Hopefully someone can answer that for us. Yeah, just a shouty tonight. We'll leave it there. But peace to you, love to you, and love to your family. And, you know, say the shit you gotta say. If someone tries to fucking kill you over it, well, it was probably important what you had to say, right? Surely. I don't know. But, yeah. Take care. Catch you next week.